there is a strange kind of sadness that many people carry quietly. It doesn't always look like sadness. Sometimes it looks like success. Sometimes it looks like a beautiful home, a new car, a full calendar, a perfect photo, a relationship everyone admires, a life that looks easy from the outside. But behind many beautiful lives, there are people who are tired of trying to look okay. Tired of proving that they're doing well. Tired of feeling like they have to be impressive just to feel worthy. Somewhere along the way, life became a competition that no one officially agreed to join. Who is happier? Who is more successful? Who has more money? Who looks better? Who has the perfect relationship? Who is traveling more? Who is building a life everyone else would want? And slowly, without even noticing it, many of us begin to live for the way our lives appear, not for the way they actually feel. There's nothing wrong with wanting beautiful things. There's nothing wrong with ambition. There's nothing wrong with wanting comfort, success, freedom, or a life you're proud of. The pain begins when those things become proof. Proof that you matter. Proof that you're enough. Proof that you're not falling behind. Proof that people should admire you. Sometimes we buy things we don't really need because we're trying to quiet a feeling we can't name. Sometimes we stay busy because silence would force us to feel how lonely we are. Sometimes we post happiness because we're afraid that if people saw the truth, they might think we're failing. Sometimes we make our lives look easy because admitting that life is hard feels too vulnerable. And the difficult thing is, many people aren't pretending because they're dishonest. They're pretending because they're scared. Scared of being judged, scared of being seen as unsuccessful, scared of being pitied. Scared that if they stop performing strength, no one will know how to stay with them. There are people who look confident online, but feel deeply unsure of themselves at night. People who seem surrounded by friends, but don't know who they could call when they're falling apart. People who've built impressive lives, but no longer remember what they actually enjoy. People who have everything they once prayed for and still feel disconnected from themselves. Not because they're ungrateful, but because being admired is not the same as being understood. Being busy is not the same as feeling alive. Being successful is not the same as feeling at peace. And a beautiful life is not always the same as a life that feels beautiful. Maybe the saddest part is that so many people are struggling in silence. They're smiling in photos, replying, "I'm good," showing up, working, taking care of everyone, posting the best moments, and then going home to a mind that never stops racing, to a room that feels too quiet, to a life that looks full but doesn't always feel full. And maybe this is why comparison hurts so much, because you're comparing your private thoughts to someone else's public moment. You're comparing your worst day to the version of their life they decided to show. You're comparing your behind the scenes to their highlight reel. And eventually you start believing that everyone else knows how to live, except you. But life was never supposed to be a performance. It was never supposed to be a constant attempt to prove that you're winning. Your life doesn't have to look impressive to be meaningful. You don't need to earn rest. You don't need to perform happiness. You don't need to have the perfect body the perfect home, the perfect relationship, the perfect career, or the perfect story to deserve love. Maybe real wealth is being able to breathe without feeling like you're behind. Maybe real success is being able to sit with people and not feel like you have to impress them. Maybe a good life is not the one that gets the most attention. Maybe it's one where you can laugh freely, where you can tell the truth, where you can rest, where you can be loved without having to earn it every day. There will always be people who make life look effortless. There will always be someone with more, someone younger, someone richer, someone more admired, someone further ahead. But you were not put here to win a race that has no finish line. You were put here to feel your own life, to love people, to be loved, to notice the morning light, to hold the people who matter, to laugh without needing to record it, to build memories that don't need an audience. The people who truly love you don't need your performance. They don't need the polished version. They don't need the photo. They don't need proof that you're doing well. They need you. You're allowed to put the mask down. You're allowed to stop competing. You're allowed to choose a life that feels real.